Welcome to Love and Dialogue, the podcast where love speaks. I'm Tristan.
And I'm Brianna. We're so excited to have you join us as we explore the ups, downs, and all the in-betweens of relationships in all forms, whether it's with a partner, a friend, or family.
Whether you're here for heartfelt stories, honest advice, or just a good laugh, you're in the right place.
Relationships come in all varieties and dynamics, and we're on this journey together, sharing our experiences and learning along the way.
Every week, we dive into real conversations about what it takes to build and nurture meaningful connections in our lives.
So let's dive in together and see where this love-filled journey takes us, no matter what kind of relationship you're navigating.
Thanks for tuning in to Love and Dialogue. Let's get started. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to Love and Dialogue podcast with your host, Tristan.
And I'm Brianna.
Today, what do we have for the folks, Bri?
All right, so we're switching it up a little bit, guys. Bear with us. Today, we are going to play a game. We are big game players. We host game night constantly. I want to blame that on me, but it's fine. I love a good game night. So with that being said, today we're going to start off with Let's Get Deep.
Ooh.
Yes. And so this game has 3 different categories. It starts off with icebreakers and it goes deep and then deeper. Today, we're skipping the icebreakers and we're just jumping right into the deep section. So, so we shall see what comes up for us today and what kind of conversations and what dialogue it brings up for us.
Should I need floaties or anything like that? You know I can't swim.
You can't swim, which is terrible. We need to fix that. But no, I don't think you need floaties. We're not in the deeper part yet. You should be able to stand in this ground. I mean, in this water. All right, I'm starting or you're starting?
You're starting.
Are you sure?
Ladies first.
Are you ready?
Always.
That's questionable. It's like, nah. All right. This is a good one. Have you ever gotten a speeding ticket? If so, why were you speeding tickets?
Man, when we first moved to where we were, I saw this box and I saw all of the speeding camera signs.
Did you though?
Throughout the week, right? Throughout the week I saw it. But long story short, I got 9 speeding tickets within a week span. And my mom had hit me up. It was like, Tristan, well, what are you doing? And I was like, what do you mean, Mom? She's like, you got 8 speeding tickets here. And I'm thinking to myself, it's like, where could I got these speeding tickets? I'll tell you, they got good. They got good with their speed cameras. They had it above on the top of a pole. Normally they're on the ground, but they got us. I was like, these people
got us or got you?
Together we are equal. So
not on this one. You were in that car alone, sir.
Yeah, but it was speeding to work. It was terrible. It wasn't even worthwhile. I'll speed it to stress. But yeah, I got 9 speeding tickets. They were $45 each. And yeah, I was
9 speeding tickets is wild.
In a week though.
In a week?
Yeah, I had to come home, take the dogs out, come back.
I don't have 9 speeding tickets and I've been driving for a pretty long time at this point.
My car it's a 4-cylinder.
It's a can't go that fast.
I had to be working to get fast. But regardless, yeah, I learned my lesson. And that's the first time. But how many times do you go and you see photo enforced and they're on top of a pole? It's normally on the ground. So I'm looking around you see it. So I was like, maybe that's just a deterrent to make us not speed. And then when I was like, 9, come on. I like to think I have common sense. And if I understand my awareness, I did not see up top. I wasn't looking up high because that's not where speed cameras typically are. But at the bottom, typically, if I seen it, I'm coasting.
So you thought the sign was just for fun?
I thought it was just a deterrent to stop people from speeding.
You thought it was a catfish?
Yeah,
it used to be a thing for you.
Yeah, catfish speed cameras. But everybody sees it. They post these things photo enforced, and next thing you know, you get a bill. A good thing we're not in DC because then
but some
$200 a piece.
Sometimes they have the photo enforced, but it's I remember where I used to live, they had a van that would come. It said photo enforced, but there wasn't actually a standard camera there every week. There was a van that would come and get you. And sometimes it'd be on one side and sometimes it'd be on the other side. So if it says photo enforced,
you gotta trust it.
I'm gonna say you should believe it.
But it's like, how far is the photo enforced? There's a lot of criteria you need to know. Like, how far do I have to need to obey the speed limit till I could just drive and be casual to get where I need to go? Because sometimes the speed zone is like one of those situations that is just like it's just there to tell you, but you don't to follow it. It's like, do I really need to go this slow?
I'm saying you shouldn't say that.
Well, then, on to the next question.
No, but I think there's another layer of this that's more important because typically speaking, when one person gets one ticket, they stop. How did you get 9 tickets?
Because clearly they have a poor administrative process. Because if it had gotten to me quicker, I would have known that, all right, I need to like relax. But that it didn't get to me like to almost 2 weeks later, like God forbid, I would have been further. Now I would have been 18.
Oh God. Yes. Could you imagine if it's like 2 weeks, 3 weeks
Jesus.
later, you would owe the state of Maryland way too
I'd
much
refuse and
money.
say that they need a better administrative process. That like you should be telling citizens that they're getting these things and like they should be able
They
to
should
like
send you a text
make chances.
message.
Yeah, like let me know everything else is mobile and digital error. Like, why is this slow? Goddamn county. On to the next.
Sure.
On to the next. Do you prefer for us to spend more time as a couple or more times out with friends?
Hmm. So I feel like I've said this before, but I think because of our timeline of dating, right? So we started dating in like officially in 2019, and then we moved in together in February of 2020, right when the world completely shut down. So for basically 2 years of our relationship, we were all we had. That everybody had their quarantine bubbles. So because of that, I feel like it's become important to me to have our us time. And so I wouldn't say that I don't like us hanging out with other people, but I really enjoy our us time. I'm a
Yeah.
little spoiled with it. And I don't think, sometimes I joked around like, did I become like codependent on us spending time together? And I think again, it just became a part of something that we did all the time. We were planning together, we were figuring out what we were doing. And so I feel like naturally we have now evolved a little bit because we're back in the world. We do things with our own friends and things like that. But I think we do great jobs of checking in with each other on kind of like what plans we have, and that helps out. But as far as like answering the question, would I prefer to do things separately or with couples? What was the question?
You said it right.
Okay.
Couples, time as a couple, or more time with friends.
I love my friends. I think the balance is important. So
Yeah.
I feel like I love my friends and I love spending time with my friends. Do I like having you join with my friends sometimes, or maybe more than I should? Probably. I'm that girl who tries to bring her husband everywhere, even though he doesn't want to come all the time.
I believe in. I just believe in like I can have my God time, you have your girl time, and I think that's a good balance for each other. But yeah, I definitely understand like being with each other, going through. I mean, we literally do 85% of life together.
Yeah.
That could be a little extreme because of a work piece, but outside of the work atmosphere, 85% easily to say the rest is with our families
And yeah, and I guess
and
back to
friends.
my point about COVID, it was 100% of life
100%. Yeah.
together, right? We moved into a two-bedroom apartment. I made our bedroom my office, and you made the spare room your office, and we were just working, and it was
And
at
that was in
least
a climate where work from home wasn't really a thing for our industries. I was in human resources, you're doing therapy.
yeah.
It's just like that's just our world where you're not really doing a work from home type of atmosphere. So to see what those worlds came to be, I mean, granted, because there was so much unknown, we were able to do so much more. And
Mhm.
then as things kind of had some type of form or foundation to it, we started getting more back into like a routine of things. But like overall, there was so much unknown going at that time. You didn't really know like what was really going to be the thing. Like, how are you going to do your work?
Mhm.
We generally don't have a framework of how this needs to be done. So it's just like we just chilling, a lot of time going to the liquor store and
Yeah.
a lot of time of just chilling, playing games and just doing stuff like this and hanging out with people that, were okay to see that it was okay to hang out with. So,
Mhm. Yeah, no, I mean, it's funny because I used to make jokes. Like, you used to work from home partial time, right? Like, you had like maybe 1 or 2 days work from home when you were in HR.
yeah. And that's like kind of salty to me too, because like I was supposed to be a pilot. Like they were like, all right, we love the work you're doing. We want to see this pilot program if it actually could work from home. And then 2 weeks later, everybody's working from home. I'm like, I didn't even get the pilot. Everybody's doing it.
You made it work. You said the pilot worked.
Yeah.
But I used to joke around about how, like, as a therapist, especially a therapist working in the schools with kids, that like I could never ever work from home. And to literally be thrown into that situation where we were in a meeting with my school counselor and they're like, "Yeah, so what are we going to do if school's closed?" And I was like, "Are we really having this conversation about if school's closed?" So I didn't understand the magnitude of the situation we were going into. And then to literally be in lockdown for a full entire year, where I was providing telehealth therapy in my room, you would have never, I could have never imagined that that would be the world that we live in. And now it's just become something that we've kind of roped in, and telehealth and doing therapy remotely is something that's engraved in our field now.
I say that's a silver lining right there. Hey, but shout out to all the full-time parents that turned into impromptu part-time teachers.
Yeah.
Yeah, on them Google Chromebooks.
I can only imagine. I remember being like observing virtually in
Mhm.
classrooms, and like how sometimes the teachers would have to put all the kids on mute because like things were
Oh,
popping
man.
up. I mean, it was, sometimes I feel like COVID is such a weird space that like we kind of all blocked out a little bit. And that's like when I reflect back on it, I'm like, what in the world was that? Like
Yeah.
we actually made it through. And that was a really tough time,
It's
especially for the kids. I always talk about, I mean, granted, yes, I hear the parents, and the parents definitely had it tough as well, but these kids are still
going through it.
adjusting
Yeah,
from COVID,
that's
whether
good.
it's academically, socially, I could go on and on
I
about
think
that.
even the parents and adults are still adjusting, just common courtesy of being a good human.
Yeah.
They're still working on trying to figure what that looks like.
I
No,
love
I know
your
you're wrong.
I love your language there. Good human.
Is the mine or yours? I think it's your turn now.
Oh, my turn. Okay. All right. Name a healthy activity you wish you did more often.
Running.
Running.
I feel like I'm a decent lifter just because I used to compete in
Yeah.
powerlifting. But like cardio, like when I was a collegiate athlete, running just wasn't a fun suit for me. But like as I've done it
A
more,
fun seat.
a fun suit.
Oh, such a set of fun.
It's just, like the whole aspect, like what am I running? Oh, nature, hey. It's just I'm a big guy. It's like running is just not something I jump into. But as I have done it, I've seen the health progressions come with it. And I've seen that like the weight loss and like slimming down has come a lot faster with staying more stronger to it. But it's because I have spurts. Although I do my yoga and all whatnot, I'm not 100% with that. So like when it comes to running, I'm just like, it's easy to just let go and just say, "Oh yeah, I lifted today, so that's cool," but I didn't do my cardio.
Yeah, no.
So I'm not well-rounded. I'm not well-rounded.
I don't like running at all. Zumba, catch me at Zumba. That's cardio. I'll do some
Yeah,
dancing all
yeah.
day, every day. But as far as like running for fun or as a primary workout, I like to walk. I'll jog
What's your number one equipment that you're gonna choose if you had to do cardio?
if I had to choose cardio. The elliptical for
So
sure.
I'm a stair stepper and the rower machine.
Yeah. The elliptical for sure. I'll walk on the treadmill, and the stair stepper I will do, but that ain't no joke. The stair
It
stepper
isn't.
is no joke.
It isn't. It and it definitely is not. Because there's like, so I was at this one gym, right? And like, I was like, you know what? I hit my hour and a half workout, and like, I want to hit the stair stepper. They only had 3 stair steppers in there. Great place, but the stair steppers they just didn't keep up with as far as like keep innovating and bringing in new tools because like the stair steppers look like they were back from the 80s or 90s,
Not the 80s.
maybe early 2000s, but nothing further than that. And like every time I got to level 8, it broke. I don't know if it's because I'm fat, but like it would just break and then it would just go like I was on level 18. And I was like, nah, my big self can't do that.
Oh, wait, so it would jump and, like, go really, really fast?
Really, really fast.
Oh,
And I like
no.
fell off one time and it was a real embarrassing moment. And I just looked around and I looked at it and I was just like, try.
I don't think
So I
I've ever
left.
heard this story. Wait, 8 to 18 is wild. That's a lot of
Yeah.
that's fast.
Yeah, I fell. I fell. Well, like the thing is, like, so
You
for
coulda
me,
sued.
I'm not thinking about that. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm just trying to get back and get ready to work. But like the thing for that is like even like when it comes to like rolling ankles and stuff like that, because of the collegiate athlete and like the sports that I've played, it's like I just have this natural sense to just like always roll into it.
Mhm.
So I don't fully actually overextend whatever that situation is to like roll my ankle or fall off and bust my face.
Mm.
It's like I got a good like rapid response to like get my body and maneuver it to a point where I can save myself and get through the rest of my day like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I don't have two left feet. I'm not clumsy.
I'd be on the ground. I don't have 2 left feet. I'm coordinated. It's just
You got athlete in you.
yeah, yes. I'm a cheerleader.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Speak
Yes,
it up.
I am a
Shout out for
cheerleader.
them cheerleaders out there.
Facts. One day we'll be an Olympic sport because if breakdancing can make it, cheerleaders can make it.
I'm saying when they down
That's
in
my
Florida,
plug.
when they're down in Florida doing national
It's
championships, like
true.
why can't that be global? I'm just saying.
Case in point.
I'm just saying, as a
That's
football
another
player
argument.
that played college, I'm just understanding that if dance and cheerleading are competitions at the national level in the US, I don't see how it can't be globally. Because there's people internationally within the sport.
It is international. There is cheerleading that is international, and it should be an Olympic sport. There are a lot of things that have been drawn into it for the next Olympics. So hopefully, they're having some conversations about cheerleading.
Flag football going into it. Come on now.
Flag football.
Breakdancing. I know y'all saw breakdance girl.
But breakdancing, they said you could try. She ruined it. No, though that
hit the sprinkler. I was like,
first of all, where
can do
is she now? Because that has to suck. Because you literally ruined this sport.
but that's not this platform that like what's going on that. But they know, the people know. So next question. How big of a family do you want for your own? Of your own, sorry.
Yeah. I've always said I wanted one golden child. However, I have since possibly have maybe changed that because I have learned about, again, this is no shade to the only children out there, okay? I am a product. I have 3 younger brothers. I'm one of 4. So I don't know what that household looks like typically, but I think maybe that's why I've only wanted one golden child just because I've grown up in a chaotic household and I just don't want that. But I'm also thinking how important it is to have or to have your child have someone to connect with at a young age. So it's like, I don't know. I see the best of both worlds, but as of right now, like if somebody asks me, I think this is a question at my bridal shower actually, and I put on there one golden child. And I think I'm still there. Maybe catch me after I have my one golden child and then maybe we can talk about it and then I can let you know where I'm at. But right now, one golden child.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, we just got a lot of shit going on. I ain't even gonna lie to you. So one golden child's good for me. I'm finishing up my second master's, and thinking about going for doctorates. You have the doctorates if financial people. Shout out anybody who wants to sponsor doctorates for my wife. That's
Oh,
cool.
yes. Yes.
But yeah,
If
we
you
have
want to
two.
pay
We
for
have
it.
two aspirations of getting doctorates in this. It's like there's a lot, and you're a supervisor. I'm someone growing to be a supervisor. It's like we got a lot going on in our real lives. It's just like to the point of bringing in that extension. I'm not trying to be like selfish to that idea, but it's just understanding reality. Now, if we're blessed with that, we'll take
Figure it
those
out.
waves and waters as they
Yeah.
come. But yeah, one
Yeah.
golden child. I'm there with you.
Yeah.
I'm there with you.
Yeah. One golden child, or I joke about how I'm fine with us traveling the world for the rest of our lives, just you and I.
Sounds financially easier.
So we shall see what the future holds for us in that regard.
Fair enough. Stay tuned.
All right. What hobby would you pick if time and money weren't an issue?
Traveling more.
Oh, facts.
Easy said than done. You just brought it up. You rather spend the time traveling around and
Yeah.
spending money elsewhere. Like, yeah, easily. I'd rather, go around and tell people about our experiences and then they have something quick to see to go out and do it. But like, yeah, if time and money weren't an issue, travel more. I think Mexico, and I'm from Trinidad. So like those are like the most places that I've really visited. I would like to see more. I would like to see the Europe.
See the Europe.
I like to go visit Europe. I'm curious about Australia. They look like they got a lot of athletes down there, so that's cool. It's just when they be showing like the spiders that just freaks me out a little bit. I don't really know how I feel about. You see them big ass spiders?
No,
Them things like the little jumping crickets you see. Think about like a big 70-pound border collie in a spider form jumping at you.
nah, I
Yeah,
can't. I can't
the
get with that.
underwear. I mean, I don't know. That's just what I see on social media. It's one of those things that you can't believe what you see, but that's what I'm seeing. So I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah, I can get that. I would travel. If somebody could just pay me, listen, it's influencing. I love y'all.
Yeah,
Okay. I love that for you. Okay. I want to get on my influencing game and be able to travel wherever I want to travel
yeah.
because yeah, I could do that. I could just travel. And
Number one place I want to travel is Bora Bora. It's just something about that. I want my background to be my reality.
I want to go to Mykonos, Greece.
Okay.
Mhm.
All
Yep.
right.
Goals.
I mean, hey, obviously I'm gonna be there with you, so that's in our favor.
Stay tuned, guys. All right. What's something that comes easily to you?
Something that comes easily to me is my approach to situations.
Tell me more.
As vague as it sounds, it's like no matter what I'm presented with, I feel like I always have a solution. So being a solution based minded person, I think that comes to me easily more than it comes to others or the normal person, I guess. It's like if I feel within my time of life that a lot of folks have come to me asking questions on how they proceed on their next steps, how they go about handling a certain situation, and seeing that those things come to me easily without me thinking too much about it. It's like I always had a response ready to go. I always have an action that's ready to go. And most of the times it goes off into a successful path and like people really appreciate me for it. So that's what I would say comes to me easily is just being able to be a very solution based person and
Yeah.
being able to just provide good feedback to people to help them along their journeys.
Yeah. I mean, so what I hear from that is like basic leadership skills, right? I think we both have that in common of just really enjoying being in a leadership role, being a mentor, helping people go through maybe things that were difficult for us and helping them maybe dodge some of the challenges that we experienced to be able to help them progress a little bit faster. And so naturally, I feel like that's a leadership quality ultimately.
Yeah.
So being a leader is easy for you.
Still to be determined in title, but hey, if the qualities are there, a lot of people say they will work for me. So hey,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, when it's ready to come, I'm there to take it on full on.
So I feel like overall, I don't know. How you feel about this game?
It's a cool game. Like it really got us to the point of like talking a little further than we would talk on a natural basis.
Yeah.
This is let's get deep. This is a good one that we just gotta. Oh, it's from like the what do you mean, folks. So
Oh,
it's
which we are a fan of.
yeah, questions for couples. So yeah, let's get deep. What do you
So
mean?
thanks for joining us today, guys. We talked about all the things with this lovely, lovely questionnaire game of Let's Get Deep. It allows us to dive into things. This is deep. I can't imagine what deeper looks like. So I don't know. Maybe we try that one time too and see how we do with answering those questions.
Yeah. And like I said, thank you guys for joining us. This is Love and Dialogue podcast with your host Tristan.
And I'm Brianna. Until
Take
next
care.
time.